The 29th session of the industrial economics, and this session is related to introduction, meaning and types of industrial finance. So first of all, introduction. Finance is considered as the life force of industry. Without getting adequate finance, industrial development is not at all possible. Due to the lack of adequate finance, industrial development in India could not achieve a significant position and shape. Industries require both short term, medium term, and long term finance for meeting their requirements of fixed capital expenditure and also to meet their working capital needs. Next one, meaning. Industrial finance is considered as the life force of industry. Industries require both short term, medium term, and long term finance for meeting their requirements of fixed capital expenditure and also to meet their working capital needs. Definition: describing a company or economy that engages largely or exclusively in the manufacture of goods. An industrial company, for example, makes a good which it then sells either to retailers or directly to the consumers. Next part is need for industrial finance. A business firm, whether it is owned by an individual proprietor or partners or shareholders, undertakes business in anticipation of full further gain or return from it. For setting up in business, the firm has to make advance expenditure before it receives any return. So after need for industrial finance, the next part of the session is types of industrial finance. Depending upon the nature of activity to be financed, Indian industries need three types of finance: long term, medium term, and short term finance. So first of all, short term finance. Short term finance usually refers to the funds required for a period of less than 1 year. Short term finance required to meet variables, seasonal or temporary working capital requirements. Borrowing from banks is a very important source of short term finance. Next one is medium term finance. The period of 1 year to 5 years may be regarded as a medium term. Medium term finance is usually required for such purposes as permanent working capital, modernization, repairs, replacement, to purchase small tools, implements, etc. Next one, long term finance. Long term finance is one which is to be repaid over long period, extending from 5 years to 10 or 15 years and even more. Long term finance is required for producing fixed assets, for the establishment of a new business, for substantial expansions, etc. So we can summarize this session by saying it enables students to thorough understanding of the industrial finance in India.